DanielScranton.com. Welcome to the reading, The Violence in Washington, D.C., the 9D Arcturian Council, channeled by Daniel Scranton. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very interested to see how you are all going to respond to the violence that took place today in Washington, D.C. Many people would like to just blame something or someone outside of themselves for everything that they experience. But those who are truly awake have an opportunity and hopefully will seize the opportunity to look within themselves for the extremist, for the chaos, and for the violent thoughts that sometimes arise. Everyone looks outside of themselves and quickly makes an evaluation or a judgment when they see something that is so hard to not pay attention to. And it is rare for a human being to see what's happening outside of themselves as a mirror to what's going on inside of themselves. But once again, we look to those of you who are truly awake to take pause and look within for your part in the co-creation of the mayhem. We are not just talking about the mayhem in Washington, D.C. We are talking about the mayhem that is all across your world. If the Awakened Collective is not going to be able to look within for responsibility, to see how you could co-create violence, wars, bombings, and so on, then who will? Who among the human collective is willing to stop pointing fingers and start looking within? Now, of course, there are people on your world who do this, but most of them have sequestered themselves away from society. These individuals are not keeping up with current events because they know it is easier to meditate, chant, and pray for humankind without that awareness of the chaos and calamity that takes place on your world all the time. But for those of you who are paying attention and who do have your finger on the pulse of what's going on in the world, we call upon you to look within yourselves for peace. Create peace. Be peace. And spread peace if that is what you want to see more of outside of you. But as we have said, also take the time to look within for where you might have some radical thoughts and beliefs, where you might have some feelings that nudge you towards a violent act. We implore the Awakened Collective to lead the way to a more peaceful society, a more peaceful planet. And to be that and do that, you must have peace in your hearts. You must exude peace, love, compassion, and forgiveness. It starts with you. And you will be the ones who lead humankind into the fifth dimension. We know this has been a long journey, and that you've had your own stuff, your own issues to deal with. But humanity needs you now, more than ever, to step up and to add a higher vibrational element to everything that is happening on your world at this time. You are the ones to bring the love, to bring the peace, and to bring the compassion without needing to be rewarded in any way. You don't need to be famous to make a difference on your world because you are all part of the same whole. We all are. And we are all in this together. Let us come together as those who truly want there to be peace on earth. And let's make that happen right now. Peace be with you, and let peace be in your hearts, in your minds, in your words, and in your actions. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. DanielScranton.com